I was born into a very dysfunctional marriage. My mother was bipolar and an addict. My father is schizophrenic, alcoholic. I went to live with my dad's mom and stepdad and was adopted by them. And whenever I was 5, he started sexually molesting me. That happened for 8 years until I was 13, and I told my school counselor. He was arrested. It was that year that I started cutting on myself. By the time I was 14, I was trying every different drug I could get my hands on. I was drinking, and at 15, I was pregnant. Had him at 16, pregnant at 17, had him at 18, pregnant at 19, had her at 20. And when she was 2, I picked up my first set of drug charges. And I did 5 years deferred. I got on my feet, I got clean, I did what I needed to do, but it wasn't long before I relapsed again. I had gotten pregnant and couldn't stop. When the kids were in DHS custody was whenever I met my husband now. We got together and he was a real rock for me and helped me. But it just wasn't enough. The relationship wasn't enough to keep me clean. My kids weren't enough to keep me clean. Nothing could keep me clean. I had gotten back into contact with my real dad, and he had a heart attack and was on life support for 9 days. And I was able to be there and hold his hand as he took his last breaths. And I promised him that I would never use again. And I got clean for almost 60 days and relapsed again. And man, the guilt and the shame of promising my dad that one last promise is all I had to do, and I messed it up. It was out of control. I could not stop. My husband was about to divorce me and take my kids from me. And I jumped in with both feet into the Narcotics Anonymous program. I got a sponsor. I started working steps. I followed all the suggestions, and one of those suggestions is praying and meditating. But I don't know, I just never could find a church that I could stick with. And then we went to Boo Ha Ha and Saw City Church, and we thought, you know what, let's try that. We didn't know there was a church on Brookside, and the whole Love Tulsa really drew us in. And so mid-November, I think it was, we stepped in the doors, and we needed help with all of our utilities. Everything was about to get shut off, and I was clean, and we still weren't doing well, and it was such a bummer for me that, like, I'm doing the right thing. Something's wrong. I don't even know what drew me into the office after church, but whenever I came in just crying and telling Pastor Matt and Amber that I needed help, and we got that help, it was a big deal. I more than likely probably would have relapsed. It's a hard thing to be a mom and feel like you're not doing enough for your kids. I think that I would have given up if we hadn't gotten help. My name is Miranda McCormack, and I am 28 years old. I'm married with 5 children, ages 2, 4, 8, 10, and 12, and I am 11 months and 3 days clean today.